Veto had been with the family long before Luca ever existed. He was there when the house was quieter, when mornings moved slower, and when the only little creature demanding attention had 4 legs and a tail that never stopped wagging. He was spoiled. Everyone who visited knew it, but he had earned every single treat, every extra belly rub, every spot on the couch that was technically off limits. He was not just a dog. He was the heartbeat of that home. If you've been watching stories like this one and you haven't subscribed yet, I can see that, and honestly, it makes me a little sad. These moments are rare. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one. It takes 2 seconds, and it means the world. When the couple found out they were expecting, their first thought, after the tears and the disbelief and the joy, was Veto. How would he react? Would he understand? Dogs sense things that humans can't always explain, and Veto had already begun to change. He started following her more closely around the house. He rested his head gently on her belly in the evenings, staying still in a way he never used to, as if something deep inside him already knew. The day they brought baby Luca home was the kind of day that stays with you forever. Exhausted, overwhelmed, and more in love than they thought possible, they walked through the front door and found Veto waiting. Not jumping, not barking, just waiting. He approached slowly, nose working carefully, eyes soft. He looked up at them as if to ask, "Is he staying?" He was. From that first moment, Veto changed. The wild energy that used to send him skidding across the kitchen floor became something quieter, something gentler. He began sleeping near Luca's bassinet. He would lie there for hours, barely moving, just watching the rise and fall of that tiny chest. The parents would check the baby monitor and find Veto already there, eyes open, on guard. They hadn't trained him to do it. Nobody had asked him to. He simply decided that this was his job now. Weeks passed, then months. Luca started recognizing faces, and the face he looked for most wasn't always mom or dad. When Veto walked into the room, Luca's whole body lit up. Tiny arms reached out. Giggles erupted from somewhere deep in that little belly. Veto, for his part, took the role completely seriously. He would sit beside Luca during tummy time, occasionally licking his cheek, making the baby laugh so hard it seemed like the walls were laughing too. One afternoon, everything changed in a moment no one was fully prepared for. Luca had been pulling himself up on furniture for weeks, wobbly, determined, utterly fearless in the way only babies can be. The parents had been watching carefully, phones ready, waiting for the milestone. But milestones don't wait for cameras to be pointed in the right direction. Veto was lying on the rug across the room. Luca let go. One step, then another, each one more confident than the last, arms out wide for balance, eyes locked on one destination. Not his mother, not his father. He walked straight to Veto and threw his arms around the dog's neck. Veto didn't move. He just sat there, steady and warm, letting the baby hold on. The parents didn't speak. One of them was already crying. Then came the night nobody talks about, but every parent of a dog remembers. Luca was about 8 months old when he caught his first real fever, not the mild kind that passes by morning, the kind that makes a baby whimper in his sleep, the kind that makes parents sit on the edge of the bed counting breaths. They took turns checking on him through the night, tiptoeing in and out of the nursery, trying not to wake him every time they pressed a hand to his forehead. But every single time they opened that door, Veto was already there. Not at the foot of the bed, not near the door, right beside the crib, curled as close as he could get without climbing in, his chin resting on the mattress rail, eyes open. He had not moved in hours. He had not asked for water. He had not paced the hallway or whined at the door. He had simply positioned himself between Luca and the rest of the world and decided he was not leaving until the boy was better. By morning, the fever had broken. Luca woke up babbling, reaching over the crib rail, looking for one thing before anything else. Veto was still there. The father stood in the doorway for a long moment before he could move. He said later that it was the first time in his life he truly understood what the word devoted meant, not from a person, not from a book, but from a dog who had never been asked to stay and stayed anyway. After that, Luca and Veto became inseparable in a way that went beyond routine. They chased each other through the backyard, they shared snacks, usually in ways that weren't exactly approved. On rainy afternoons, they built something resembling a fort from couch cushions, and Veto would curl himself around Luca like a living blanket while the boy drifted off to sleep. Through scraped knees, teething nights, and the ordinary chaos of growing up, Veto was there, every single time. There's something that parents of dogs and children will tell you, if you ask them. The relationship between a child and a dog teaches both of them something that can't be learned any other way. Luca was learning loyalty. He was learning that love shows up consistently, quietly, without needing to be asked. And Veto? Veto was learning that the wild, carefree life he once lived had been replaced by something far more meaningful. He had someone to protect now. And as the years continued to pass, that truth only deepened. Luca grew taller, louder, more curious about the world. He started asking questions that neither parent always knew how to answer. But whenever the world felt too big or too confusing, he would find Veto, press his small face into that warm fur, and breathe. Just breathe. And somehow, everything felt manageable again. Children don't always need answers. Sometimes they just need something steady, something that loves them without conditions, without explanations, without ever needing a reason. Veto was that for Luca, every single day. Family isn't always the people who share your last name. Sometimes it's the one who was already lying by the door when you came home, the one who knew before you did that everything was about to change, and decided without hesitation to stay right by your side through all of it. Do you believe a dog can truly sense when someone needs them, or was Veto simply following his heart?